Welcome viewers. This is Wadidja. What did you do? What did you think? What did you enjoy? And here we are, another Warframe broadcast, as we continue a little series here for Isleweaver and Operation 8 Claw, as we continue to battle Oraxia for the Dominus Auras, to turn into Dominus Thrax to help the community out, to receive the next two Invictus Signas. We are past the 30% mark where we got the first Invictus Signa, and there are two more to get that are different. And it's kind of like the Signa is a incarnate in a way that it evolves, so to speak, or it looks like it's evolving. So yeah, really hoping that that comes through for us. As you can see, Dante, I put the first Invictus Signa on Dante. I think it came together really, really well. And it also too looks really good on Corvex. Let's see here. Yeah, as you can see here, looks really good, really good. And
hello.
Gemma, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, excellent. Oh, look, like I said in the message, I love that N7 banner you put up there. I've never actually posted anybody's else's sort of post in the way that you were okay with doing, but I'll figure out something. Like I said, there's the N7, well, Mass Effect, what shall I say, channel on the Discord, but it's all good though. I'll work it out. But yeah, no, it's just a really cool thing to want to share. Like I said, it looks really good. It's really cool that you got something like that. Matter of fact, I didn't even realize there was
look what the cat dragged in.
Something going on with it. Hey, Bandito, thanks for tuning in. This is great. Yeah, this is a spur of the moment.
Don't use Discord or any social media other than YouTube.
Right. I remember now that, you know, now that you've mentioned it. It's no worries. I mean, share what we can when we can, where we feel comfortable doing so. So, like I said, these Invictus Signas are really cool, and yeah, this is kind of like you know, this broadcast is a bit spare of the moment in the way of itself. Time today really went kind of wacky, and so I kind of got to do what I can, and I definitely want to contribute to the goal further for, you know, Operation 8 Claw, and you know, we're at 42.8%. It seems like, depending on what time people have and when they can.
In on an early stream for me anyway.
Right on. Thank you for taking the time. Yeah. Oh wow, it's 8 p.m. there. Okay, cool. Yeah, the progress, you know, it's interesting how it kind of has an interesting flow. I think it depends on time of day and depends on what someone, you know, what they all have the time to do. But, you know, we're on the way to 60%. I mean, we're less than 18% away from it, which gives me hope that within the next 9 days, we should be able to achieve, hopefully, the 90% goal for it. And everybody gets to enjoy all three Signas and the customizations therein for it. Like I said, it looks really good. They all look good to me. It's just a matter of like what Warframe and what Fashion Frame element that you might want to appeal to. And I think personally there's sort of a sneak peek into what will come, and, you know, potentially, you know, the next, or either sometime in the near future, Warframe that might feature like a Void Angel type thing or a Incarnate type situation with their abilities where they evolve, and these Signas would definitely suit that very, very well. But again, they look really good on Dante and Corvex, you know, respectively. So yeah, that's why I'm sort of rocking Dante here, just sort of showing off the element of the Signa and how good it looks. But yeah, like I said, try to get within the time I have tonight. Today is about an hour, unfortunately, but hopefully, you know, I should get enough of the Dominus Auras to put in some extra, you know, exchange them to Dominus Thrax, because that's the big thing. A lot of people just you know, like even including myself was a little funky about like what exactly to do, but I noticed the progress was awkward here in it, and I was like, wait a minute. I think we have to turn in the Dominus auras, exchange them for items in the shop, and that's what's up. Now, the nice thing is that, yeah, you do reach purchase limits on these things, and, you know, I'd say grab everything, you know, if you have it or don't have it. Some of these things you can sell, but things like the ballroom here, or maybe the clan sigil, excuse me. You know, some of these things you might not be able to sell for credits, you know what I'm saying, back to the game. But the thing is that the Prominence Wisp, which was wonderfully pointed out, is unlimited. So you can get these decorations for any of the quarters that you have, or private, or even donate them to the dojo, your clan dojo, for decoration. And so it's unlimited, the amount that you can get of these. So that's what's up. Hey, what's up, Yin Yang? AKA now, not now. So yeah, it's a really cool thing. The arcanes have got to be probably the best deal of the situation in the shop here. But you know, for those that aren't aware, like I said, this is the basic Invictus Signa, and Invictus comes from the poem of from William Ernest Henley, talking about the inconquerable soul, and that your head may be bloodied and bludgeoned and bloody, but it is unbowed to the circumstance. So this is the second form of it, and that to me looks like it would go great on a different Warframe altogether, and as well as this third. And the third, to me, I think would look excellent with some of the Void Angel ephemeras that we have that we can get from Kalervo.
I learned so much from this channel.
The Chrysalis. Oh, well, thank you for the point. Excellent. Well, I'm glad I can do my part to help. Like I said, don't know it all and not trying to, but for that which I do know and that which I have experienced, I definitely do enjoy sharing with others, as well as your experiences too. I learn a lot from you all as well. So, you know, definitely that's what's up. Hang on, my camera's a little off here. There we go. A little amateur hour here. All right.
That Sigma would go hard on Zaku and Caliban eyes.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, now that's what's up. That's what's up. There's a lot of potential. So yeah, if anybody wants to join me for probably about 2 runs, maybe about enough time for that. You know, definitely you can join me if you'd like. But you know, like I said, got to get cracking, got to get going. Try to get as many of these as I can. If the teams are good,
starstruck,
are good with everything, should be able to get maybe 2 or 3 runs. We'll see. Hang on a second.
Welcome, viewers.
Yeah, like I said, it's Jimmy Crack Corn, Hydroid. Bunch of janky weapons. Why are my weapons showing in my in the top? That don't look right. That don't look right. Why are my weapons showing up? Okay, there we go.
The triumph of dust.
Remember what the scholar told us. The fragmented ones tether down the strands of Pra that weave her false Duviri. Get to the heart of her power.
I wish we could post pictures here. HMMMBRB, gonna check something.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you could post pictures on your channel directly, and
nobody ever had to grow up, and then one day,
you know, on your channel as a community type post. That's one way you could do it.
And fabulous.
Join the Discord, Gemma.
Oh, now she already explained that That's not her bag to get into the social medias outside of YouTube. So, you know, no pressure on that. You know what I'm saying? Always good to respect somebody's position on these things. And, yeah, I don't think you were in the chat at the time when she did make the comment about it. So it's all good.
Don't tell me you're siding with the brat. It's about time.
But yeah, thank you.
Understandable.
Check. Yeah, like I said, it's real cool that you all decided to tune in for the point of everything. Doing this little broadcast here. Yeah, my time just got wonky. What are we doing?
Discord. I'll check it out.
Right on. I did give you the link too in the PlayStation message that we had, but I'll go ahead and post it up here just for reference for everyone else as well. 1 second.
Memento. Oh yes. Okay, sorry, forgot.
Oh, no worries. Here.
https://discord.gg/szrh8cwe.
Thank you. That's my man there, Bandito on the moderation. Appreciate that, Chief. Pick up the thing. There we go.
Tempest Barrage goes hard, Moai.
These things are falling in some funky places. Okay, and now I'm stuck between some bushes.
Stuck situation. You ain't here for the hunt, are you, eyes?
Oh, I'm in it for the hunt, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? No taps on the shoulder. No taps on the shoulder, please.
Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a good one to apply to many circles.
To bother me. Pollute this kingdom with these elements. You ran all the way back to my poisoned garden. Now you're chasing me here? What is it you need?
She has no right to my people's goods. Return them, so the survivors can benefit.
He's an entertaining little imp. I could keep him around as my jester.
How did you take the pose with Drifter in the thumbnail?
A hand, an arm, a face. Keep on taking and see what grins back at you.
Muted loudly crying face.
Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, my son was sort of giving some outcries there with my wife, his mother here, and just trying to mute that. But yeah, I took in a capture of this scene that we have. You know, it gives you the live version of what's going on with it as it is in game, and yeah, it's really cool. I'll pull it up again just for reference when we leave out of here. But you know, you get the finger up in the tower. You get the den with all the spider webs with Oraxia as well. Seems like I'm a little locked out of here until they open up everything. But yeah, it's real cool. It's real cool.
You want to deny me a place? Even here, in the remains of your childhood? Not very nice of you, kiddo.
Oraxia. Son's blade. I heard the usurper imitating his voice. The spider is her servant now.
Why are there two Oraxias? Oh, that's somebody must have Oraxia. I was like, why are there two Oraxias in here? I'm kind of confused.
Kiddo. I'll show you Kiddo Rusalka. Asterisk taps on shoulder asterisk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I ain't with that kiddo shit either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody a kiddo around here. A mano. You know? And plus two, a kiddo comes from the term goat, or kid, which is a baby goat. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they sometimes refer to children as a kid or a baby goat is because they tend to like to eat any damn thing. You know, but yeah, I don't call my son a kid. I really don't. I call him my son, call him my love. You know what I'm saying? Call him by name. What the fuck? Why did it look like my enemy marker was
referencing to the bear story last night? I see Nile face with tears of joy. Yes, Bandido face with tears of joy.
Did you see how, like, when I went over to the marker where the enemy was, like, it wasn't there, it was, like, under the ground, and all of a sudden he just fell over and died? Like, what the heck was that about?
Albrecht wanted her to help you.
But yeah, like I said, I mean, you know, some, you know, teach your own, you know what I'm saying? My wife likes to call my son a kiddo all the time. And it's like, and plus, too, with the game, you know, being a Warframe player, and you hear the indifference, so-called indifference, calling you a kiddo all the time and shit, like, I don't know, but I always had issues with the whole kid thing and referring to children like as a baby goat. You know, with the fact that I play Warframe, and my wife used to play Warframe too. Like, she was up to what, Master Rank 19. I'm like, you know, why you sure that's the best thing you could call our son is kiddo? You know, like, but yeah, she likes to do it. I don't know if it's to annoy me or what, but nevertheless, though, I don't call him that. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, my son reads these little children's stories and, you know, little animal books and stuff like that. And they'll have a baby goat and refer to it as a kid. And then they'll show an adult goat, looks like a female goat. And they're called, you know, and they're sort of giving a word version of what a goat does. And they'll say, ma. I'm like, and he calls his mother mom, mommy, ma. And like, I'm like, that's how you want to be referenced, and that's, you know, you want to associate a son with a baby goat. Like, I can't stop you, but that ain't my bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, words are important to me. I mean, and you don't want to take it too far, of course, but nevertheless, though, words are important. They're different words for very specific reasons. I mean, if everything meant the fucking same, then we wouldn't have different words for shit. And so, like, and, you know, I'm good with metaphor, simile, analogy, you know what I'm saying? Hyperbole, like, you know, I'm not strict on a point or too literal on things, although I like a literal sense of humor because of this explicit, like I said, visualization and like, like, if you pay attention to the reality of what something really means or whatever, to me, that's funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Call somebody an asshole, like I've said this before, it's like, to me, if I call somebody an asshole, it's like, yeah, I want you to picture and reference an asshole and the fact that it's shitting on something. And 9 out of 10, they're shitting on you in some way, shape, or form. And, you know, my further joke behind that is, yeah, I get it. I can sometimes be an ass about things. But guess what? I'm not the one shitting on somebody. Right? You know what I'm saying? And you can pitch an ass, and, you know, you got some attractive asses out there, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, and of course, an ass can get funky if it gets shitted on. So yeah, that's what I mean by the humor and my literal interpretation of things, or visualization as well. But nevertheless, I'm not literal in the point of my, you know, I use metaphor, simile, hyperbole, like, you know, I can work with all that, and it's funny to me. That's my sense of humor. But yeah, it's like, you know, sometimes people want to take that too far, or twist it out of context, or distort the point of it, and be like, oh, you can't take a joke, or you too literal. Like, nah, I can take a joke. I'm just not into making jokes at somebody else's expense. And I'm not, you know, and I'm good with all kinds of humor, for sure. You know, my own personal blend of humor is just what I found to be my sort of knack at things, like just appreciating about the reality of stuff. But yeah, so it's interesting, you know, the way of things. Like, I don't call my son simple. You know, a lot of parents and a lot of people, and like I've seen his daycare people times when he was there, you know, we might involve him with some type of, you know, various different this, that, and the other, but, you know, somebody referred to him as, oh, that's silly. That's my bad. Not simple, but silly. Oh, you're being silly, or you're silly, oh, that's silly. And it's like, I tell my son, no, you're fun, you're enjoyable, you're funny, you're humorous, you're excited, you're excitable, but I don't call him silly, you know, because that kind of shit can be misinterpreted, can be taken out of context. I do what I can then now, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I accept the accountability and responsibility of it without blame or shame, you know what I'm saying? You know, regardless of how things may go, but understanding that the accountability and responsibility of the influence that you have and you provide for your children, or for my child rather, is super important. And it's not to be taken lightly. And because, you know, especially at a young age, as he's modeling things, as he's learning things, he's building the foundation of all that he comes to know. It's what they kind of call indoctrination into something, you know. And you know, it's like, you know, everybody's a little different on stuff, you know. There's a lot of things going on right now in the way of people's conditions, and you know, this spectrum of disorders, this, and behavioral this, that, and the other. Like I said, my major was psychology, so like I'm down with a lot of shit in the way of itself and the way society will position certain elements about the way a person may or may not be. Why is my ability not triggering? Why is my fourth ability not triggering? Okay, there we go. And the thing is that I don't want my son to be misunderstand himself, or the potential of other people kind of abusing the situation of how he may identify with himself. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up, somebody calling somebody silly, especially if they might have some type of, you know, might be on the spectrum of a disorder or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, they're sitting back grinning at it. Yeah, I'm silly. Yeah, it's like, no, they fucking with you the wrong way. They don't mean it the way you think they mean it. It's at your expense. And I would not like for my son to be like, you know, people calling him silly and they ain't being kind about the point. And, you know, it's like, and also too, like when we read the children's books like Billy Goat's Gruff or something like that, and, you know, the Billy Goats are tromping through over the bridge and they get past the troll and they go, silly old troll. And you see this picture of this troll and they're referring to him as silly. It's like, no, I don't want my son to be thinking that he's some kind of troll or he's silly like that. Like, you know, I'm just conscious of what his influences are and how he may begin to grow and associate himself with the world and that which he comes to know. And it's just certain things. It's like, now I take it sincerely, not seriously where I can't give to the point. Because like I said, I don't get on my wife about calling him silly or calling him a kiddo. Don't like it. She knows it. And I don't get on other people when they call him silly or kiddo or some shit. I just teach him the difference. I let him know, you know, a good understanding of himself. And I'm like, hey, if people call you that, like, you know, saying, just realize that you're fun, you're enjoyable, and that, you know, that troll in Billy Goes Gruff, he's silly. You know, these cartoon, if he sees a little cartoon show or TV show, which I'm not big on screen time. Scholar's Landing Scene is the name of that capture scene there now. Scholar's Landing Scene. You know, they reference like characters being silly and you know, kiddos and kids and all this other shit. So, you know, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just the kind of care and purpose, you know what I'm saying, that I give to the situation. But yeah, here's that Scholar's Landing. You know what I'm saying? You can get a nice close-up on the finger. He's giving you the finger. From the indifference that Rizalka has taken. And I don't know if Oraxia was involved with it too. Oh, you know what? I'm just noticing this is an eyeball in the center of this room. Do y'all see this? There's a fucking eyeball in here. I had no idea. Yo, did y'all notice that this was an eyeball in the center of this room? Whose fucking eyeball is that? That's nasty. That's nasty. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's up. Scholar's landing scene.
Ever fire.
Yeah, it's mad dope, mad dope. And I haven't gone around looking, but I believe the bodies that you may find of Lloyd, Minerva, and Bellamy are probably on these islands as well. So yeah, typically whatever is live or active in a capture, in the tile set that you're using, will reflect what's in the capture. Like whether it's your decorations in your orbiter, if you use the orbiter capture, or the 1999 backroom capture, whatever's there. Like matter of fact, like your whoever your drifter's in a relationship with, if they're chilling out in the back room, their exact position wherever they were when you left out of that tile set, they'll be in the capture too. So it will update itself with whatever decorations you have going on, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, that's what's up. Got any? Nothing out of here yet. But like I said, to each their own. Life goes on. I'm not knocking people for what they may do in regard to their children, or if they're okay with the point of calling their kid, your child a kiddo. Why can't I pick this up? Or silly.
Goats, you ever had goat meat?
Yes, I've had some Jamaican dishes with some goat in it.
Just realized. You know the voice channels for the specific Discord topics? I think they work similar to a voice party, so someone has tea.
Yes, you're correct. You're correct about those voice channels. Correct. You are correct. But they were the voice channels were put on request, so I added them. So people are around to jibber jabber with each other and participate in it. They're there, But yeah, you have to have somebody in the situation to get what's up.
Return them, so the survivors can benefit.
Don't tell me you're siding with the brat. It's about time to grow up, don't you think?
We need to cut this whole embodiment of Duviri loose. I authorize you to enter the Undercroft.
I thrive on nothingness. You choke on it.
Super speed.
Sorry, went out of YouTube after asking the question about goat meat. I posted in voice by mistake, but I found the correct Mass Effect thread/channel.
Oh, okay. All right, great. Oh, I see what you're talking about now. Yo, so you joined Discord. Oh, that's so lovely. Wow, thank you. I know that's a big step, thank you. That's mad cool. Like I said, there's a lot of excellent things on our Discord. Everybody's been really cool and supportive of each other. Shared a lot of excellent aspects to themselves and that which they like to do and enjoy. Really cool artwork and things like that. Yes, well, thank you so much for accepting that. Like I said, that's huge.
Jenna tried a voice message in the Mass Effect voice channel, but we'd have to be in it for us to hear what she said, huh?
Right. That's what's up. Yeah. But the text channels are open for that, and they're actually kind of supposed to be set up for voice chat too. You can leave voice messages as well if you don't want to type out everything. There's underneath the welcome at the top, you have the chat, or rather the Discord standards, which pretty much like what I offer here. It's like somebody's right might be their wrong, your wrong might be their right. Respect that, establish our boundaries well. We can get along and just do unto others, So real simple, and I think everybody's good with that. And there's
post a picture of me and tell me if it resembles my PFP rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh wow, cool. Okay, looking forward to it. Bet. And there's even a little spot too underneath the welcome to share a bit about yourself and what you may like to let others know about yourself, and get to find out about others there too that are part of the Discord. So topics also too, ranging from movies, the cinema, the music. There's just something for everybody. A lot of excellent points where people get to share their creative ideas too and inspirations to Warframe. I'd say Warframe is probably the biggest component to the channel, but there are the Discord, there's other games though, which are part of it. And again, it's about what did you enjoy, what did you do, what did you think? So the topics are there. There's some there's topics too for like that aren't like, there's a channel for topics not listed. There's one like for in general, and then there's one too for Warframe. But yeah, you've got a lot of, I'd say you've got mad options for the Warframe topic. Okay, cool, appreciate it. So it's a lot. It's very enjoyable, I think. It's funny how I think it was I forgot who it was exactly, but they can see that it was me to have the Discord positioned the way I do, because like I remember when I was telling my mother about it all, she was like, Discord, that means argument or debate or and I'm like, yeah, but it's a social platform for people to communicate about what their opinions are, what their thoughts are on something.
Wadidja hear? Wadidja say?
Yeah, what did you enjoy? That's what's up. That's the namesake. Like I said, but that's where I got it from. It was slang, like from around the way, so to speak, the neighborhood, and me hearing the kids outside going, "What did you?" Because slang wasn't part of my household, either side of my family. And I went to a private school on top of that, so to still be sociable with the kids and know what's up, you know what I'm saying? I got came my own man and picked up the slang and didn't mind using it. But yeah, I found it funny. I was like, what is it? And so like when it came time to have a PlayStation ID, because it wasn't always the case, if I remember correctly. I was like, I don't know how would I reference myself in game like that as something other than my own name? And I was like, what did you? Because I like asking questions, I like understanding things and knowing about shit. And so I was like, that just sounds catchy. And that's how it came together as far as the namesake. And so yeah, it's a question, it's a name, it's a the thing that to ponder and to share. It's all that. And it's funny when some people have remarked to me when they get it, because they first look at it, they want to pronounce it phonetically, and it's not really spelled phonetically. It's but there are some cases where WA is pronounced well, but either way, phonetically it would be Wadidja, but it's Wadidja, and they'll remark on how they may have been talking to somebody and all of a sudden they just say what did you fast. They're like, what did you what did you do with that? Or what? And they'd be like, oh, that's what you mean. Like, yeah.
This is where
What
he
did you?
stowed it away.
And
Secret
so, yo, it's cool. But it's also too interesting how there's this. I'm not sure about the particulars of it, but this it's spelled very similarly. But it's an Indian word that's spelled a little close to that. They got a big channel. I think it's a TV series or a drama of some sort named Wadidja, something like that. Not Wadidja, but either way, it's like a letter or two off from the way I spell my channel name. And you know, when you type in Wadidja, it'll pop up. But as my channel has grown and as my videos have become more popular, my channel pops up a whole lot faster or more prominently than the other thing. But yeah, you know, some people just as short as Wadidja is, they'd be like, you know, come call me Diddy or Didja or Wad, you know, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. Just don't call me late for dinner. Oh, 20R11. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you. Putting in the work here. Trying to add to the community goal during the time that I have.
I finally caught you live. Grinning
John Cole.
face.
Hey, what's up, John? Awesome. All right, appreciate you, definitely. Yeah, this was sort of a spur of the moment thing because, like I said, time for me today was a little funky. But I'm glad that it all came together the way it has. I mean,
always cool learning the backstory behind PPL's users.
And there's Rowan. Oh,
not being familiar with
and Rose. Yeah, no doubt, Rowan. Thanks for sharing that point.
Posted it.
Okay, excellent, Gimma. Thank you. Oh man, we got a nice group coming through today. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, I know, right? That's what's up. Welcome, welcome, fellow Tenno. New viewers, yeah, Tenno not alike. It's all good. That's what's up. But yeah, we're you know, in the game, the Warframes and the Drifter and Operator, they're
coming at the same time. Fire.
Yeah, that's what's up. They're referred to as a Tenno, and
Twitch?
so I always do that, fellow Tenno. 20, no, I don't do. Oh, I have a Twitch account and I have broadcasted on Twitch. But
very nice of you, kiddo.
But I have focused on YouTube
Smiling face.
for broadcasting. I mean, the saturation of Twitch is a bit much. Right on.
I say hello. Good luck with the grind.
All right, appreciate it, Rose. Thank you for taking the time to come through. That's really cool of you. But yeah, it's like trying to broadcast simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch with working straight from the PS5 and a capture card. The performance to me just wasn't up to snuff. The lag. I appreciate that now. Appreciate that now. Yeah, get the word out. Yeah. That definitely helps. And oh wow, you're trying to hurt somebody over here.
The Oraxia boss, if one of the coolest in a while.
Yeah, she's cool. She is definitely cool. Yo, that electric proc went off before that spider got near me, and it didn't even do anything to it. That's fucked up. I guess it's immune to abilities. But yeah, so as time goes on, and I start to figure out a few more things, and I get like a better PC for the point of a laptop or PC for the point of bringing through the capture card, and maybe even one of the super packages for internet speed. Like, my internet speed is really strong, but some of that may have something to do with trying to do the dual broadcasting through a capture card, as well as like not have so much lag to the process of it all. But yeah, so, and also too, like with Twitch, you don't have the encyclopedia of your content the way you do. It's in share who you are.
Are you on Wi-Fi or Ethernet cable?
Yeah, I'm on Ethernet cable, and I believe it's my wife handles the internet thing, but she claims that it's fiber, but I have my doubts on it. But either way, yeah, I have it directly wired to the account. But the other thing that I was talking to with, as far as I think I was talking to John about stuff that I didn't do when I was doing my experimentation with the capture card, is I did not have my laptop directly connected to a hardline Ethernet connection to the internet. I had my game system connected hardline, but not the PC, not the laptop. So that next time I go around with it all, I will work on trying to do. To getting both hardline to the internet, the Ethernet cable, and I think that might make a difference too. So there's a few more things I can try, because I did make the investment in the capture card, a different camera besides what the PlayStation is, microphone, a USB connections, 3.0s. Like, I got pretty much the best that I could sort of afford and get to aid in the process of having you know, a good connection through the capture card. So yeah, but yeah, again, you know, focusing on YouTube has gone pretty well with the point. You know, but again, I do look forward to expanding that aspect as time permits to deal with the homework on it. And, you know, yeah, it's a lot. It's involved, in my opinion. And to try to get the quality of something that I would want to stand behind. You know,
down, Nile, I need my crown back.
It's a bit much, yeah. Y'all competing in the chat, yeah. That's funny. But yeah, so. Yeah, appreciate the question. Like I said, do have a Twitch. The link is in you know, on the channel too for that. But it's been a minute since I broadcasted on Twitch. But again, like, it's kind of a shame too with Twitch and how they've reduced
don't hit me, eyes.
They've reduced the capacity of the amount of material you can have on highlights on Twitch, at least for free, and so that's a big downer.
W Gemma for the 5 gifted fire.
And again too, like when you oh, what's up? Something came through on the chat there.
I declare
when you
this chapter closed.
Go to save your content,
crying face.
when you go to save your content, you don't have the same glossary and encyclopedia that you have in YouTube for referencing your material. What's up there, Love Machine? Raz. And thank you so much, Gemma. Wow. Oh, you gifted some memberships. Oh, wow, that's cool. Thank you. Oh, wow. Looks like Max Conway got a membership. Soldier of God Rock. Jericho Daniel Dabu. All right. Potato PC. Wow, they all got memberships. That's cool. And Sunny Date. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yes, thank you so much, Jimmy. That's lovely. Thank you.
Hello,
Wow.
everyone. Nice with the gifted Gemma Fire.
I know, right?
Gemma be gifting everyone membership. Loudly crying face. Fire folded hands.
Show the love. Show the love. Thank you so very much. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're the Dante Valve. Good. Thanks. Much appreciated. I hope everyone enjoys the membership. You know, you're not obligated to anything. I mean, you can always stop at any time or just carry it forward, and you'll get.
My favorite place to hang out.
Thank you. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's very touching, very endearing. Thank you so much for the sentiment. Thank you. And your support. It's been phenomenal. It really has on a lot of levels, and as well as your positivity and that which you share of yourself. It's been great. Thank you so much. Let's see. So I look at, let me see, how long was that mission? See if I have enough time for another one. 18 minutes. All right, yeah, look, I have barely just enough time for one more mission, and we'll get in, do it, get on out, and wrap up the broadcast right on afterwards. Exchange our dominance auras too, and then, you know, like I said, I don't think I'll be on later on tonight with the way time is going. I need to got a lot to do.
Eyes.
And lot to oh, got Baruch. Cool. Yeah, so time has been funky, to say the least. My day to day got jacked up. You know, went to go, had to look out for my parents. They're out, you know, on vacation, and just with the way certain things have been going down.
This posse we have going on with such amazing individuals, beaming face with smiling eyes.
Yeah, it's what's up.
Of its Auroch skin, loudly crying face. Can't stay to watch, but I wish you the best of luck on the grind, and wish all the other Tenos here a good day.
Yes, Rowan. Excellent. Thank you so much for stopping through and giving the time that you did, and it's good to see you in chat. Definitely. Like I said, trying to get as much contribution to the community for these Invictus Signas as we can. Get us to that 60 and 90%. Oh, shoot.
At Bandido Casares indeed. For sure.
But yeah, time got jacked up today. And forgot the key to my parents' house. I was like halfway there. Like had to circle back to get it, and then time was all jacked up. And it's like, so yeah, after I cooked dinner and put my son to sleep tonight, while my his wife is watching a baby monitor, I'll be making a trip out to my folks' house, and it's like a freaking hour and a half away, one trip. It's like 3-hour drive back and forth. So it's so forgetting that key today was kind of messed up, like completely just threw off the whole game plan of getting back and forth.
Starstruck.
Another joke I know? I said I don't know a whole lot of like jokes. I said I'm more of an ad lib on the spot moment with the humor, but there's and a lot of jokes I know, unfortunately, they're a bit raunchy. You know, I can try to give polite versions of them. Let's see, what are we looking for? Fire here. I mean, really, like, the jokes I know are a bit much. So, like, let me know if anybody, you know, is too much for them or whatever. I'll stop. But to me, they're not bad. You know, if you have somewhat of an open frame of mind and you can laugh at the humor of something and don't take it too far, they can be enjoyable. But like, I don't know, the joke. Like I said, there's one where it's like the joke.
Ain't bad face with tears of joy fire.
Well, yeah, for you, maybe. But so far, everybody's been cool with my humor and what jokes I can remember. But like I said, my best level of humor is spontaneity and whatever applies to the situation. But it's, you know, as far as like patented rote jokes, I don't at heart know a lot per se. But like, yeah, and like some of the jokes that I may know, they kind of come from other comedians, and some of them are like,
Don't laugh easily, face with tears of joy.
okay, cool. There's no real clean version of some of those, and some of the humor that I have from some of these comedians is like outdated. Like you can't even tell some of these jokes nowadays. Like really, like just the social fabric of things. Like they you know, whether they're okay or not for some, like on the majority, if they would hear it, they'd be like, oh, and it's just like, yeah, okay. I mean, it ain't that bad, you know, in the way of how some jokes can be bad. But like I remember a joke that I heard years ago. It's not like, I don't think it was in a comedy show or anything like that, but
really starting to
it dealt with like two teenage kids, you know what I'm saying? They
Well.
right on. There's two teenage kids, you know, just a little naive about the world despite their age, and the joke kind of, the setting is like, I'd say probably like the 50s or the 60s, you know what I'm saying? It goes way back, you know what I'm saying? Before payphones and shit. But they're out in this crop field playing around, and they noticed that the crop field is this house, this really nice looking house, big, grand scale house. And so one of the kids is like, do you know what's over in that house? And the other one's like, no, I ain't never been over there, you know, why don't we go and find out? So they get to the end of the crop field, and they just sort of sit at the end of it, and they're looking at the house, and they see this woman standing outside the door greeting this guy that's coming to the door, and she's barely wearing anything, you know what I'm saying? Nice, like, kind of lingerie type thing or whatever, scantily dressed. And so the kids are like, oh, you know, my one of the kids is like, yeah, my dad told me about ladies like that. You know, he said you can get poontang from them. And so the other kid was like, poontang? What's poontang, right? They're thinking it might be a snack or a treat or some shit, right? And so the other one that referenced the point was like, I don't know what poontang is. My dad just said that you can get poontang. So the kid was like, well, why don't we go find out what poontang is? and so the kids, you know, the teenagers, mind you, young teenagers, you know, they're just naive about the world. So they go over to the house, knock on the door, and another woman comes to the door, a different one that they saw before, and she's dressed similarly in a nice, like, lingerie type thing, and she's like, what can I do for you boys? What can I do for you, boy? Because only one of them went up to the house. The only one who was brave enough to do it. And he said, oh, I wanted to know if I can get some poontang. And so the girl was like, well, poontang costs money. So the kid reached in his pocket and pulled out a nickel. He's like, well, I got a nickel, and that's a lot of money back then, right? And so the woman took the money politely, and then it's like, okay, well, here's some poontang for you. And she took his little hand, you know, he's a teenager, mind you. This ain't like a child, but he took his hand and just kind of put it next to her, you know, her panties, not just stick in her panties, but just rubbed it against the outside of her panties. And so that the perfume, shall we say, was on his hand. And, and so the kid, she says, there you go. And so the kid was like, he was like,
not lost.
Okay, he was like, well, thank you, lady, and then ran off to the other kid. And so the kid was like, he got to his friend, he was like, so what did you get? What was poontang? He was like, what was poontang? He said, I don't know what it was, but it sure left a lingering smell. He was like, so, you know, it's just, like I said, one of these old school type jokes. So yeah, that it's not the biggest punchline. The humor really is in the evolution of the joke and what all happens to these two.
Face with tears of joy.
So, but yeah, it's like there's ways you can tell that joke, you know what I'm saying, where the punchline is a little bit more permeating.
I got one, but it's explicit face with tears of joy.
Yeah, you might wanna try that on Discord. You can always filter it through me first on personal message on that. Make sure it's all good for everybody. And you know, you could always try to script it in a way where it's a little bit cleaner and more polite to things. Because like I said, that particular joke that I told.
For sure.
Right. Like I said, these jokes, some of these jokes, my mother, my grandmother, like my grandmother told this one funny joke. She was like, "What does a frying pan and a woman have in common?"
You are trying so.
And I was like, "I don't know what." She was like, "You got to get them hot before you stick the meat in them." I mean, my grandmother told me that joke. She was an RN for a nurse for a hospital hospital I was born in. She was an RN for newborns. So I was like I was actually only one of her grandchildren and great children
Keep it clean face with tears of joy.
that she had the privilege of caring for as a newborn.
Face with open mouth.
Right. Good for you. Good. And but yeah, my grandmother had a really good sense of humor. Really precious, kind woman. But yeah, what does a frying pan and a woman have in common? You got to get them hot before you stick the meat in them. So yeah, it's you know, I don't know. Like I said, a lot of humor tends to be more sexual in nature, oftentimes in some way, shape, or form. But I'm not big on humor at someone else's expense. That's for sure. You know, but yeah, that poontang joke, like I said, it can be told a lot of different ways. Trust me, where it can be far more raunchy. Okay. You know, the reactions of the kids, let me tell you, can be far more reactive. The joke can permeate itself in a lot of different ways. So yeah, but that's about as clean as I can think of how to sort of tell that joke in a way to be
so crazy.
Receptive to a broader audience. But yeah. And I mean, the only other joke too that sticks out in my mind is the aristocrats joke. That shit's funny. They had a movie based on the it's like a comedian's joke, a comedian's joke.
It's a prostate exam joke face with tears of joy.
I got you. Okay. Prostate joke. Yeah. Shit.
We can do this.
I mean, like I said, if a man's over with 35, 40, they should get their prostate exams. It's just good business. It's just healthy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't have no prostate cancer. I remember the last one I went to, my wife went with me, and I had a female doctor, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I know it's just a medical thing, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, I ain't trying to look into it more so than that or take any kind of regard to it more so than just, you know, examination. But the female doctor, you know, she was kind of a little woman, and she had these,
frowning face with open mouth.
She had these short, stubby hands, and, you know, her fingers were kind of thick, too, for a woman, but they were short. And so, you know, you give the whole, be relaxed, you might feel a little pressure thing. And like, I was just like, you know, but I was feeling her knuckles like against my ass because her fingers were short and stubby. So like, yeah, so it was just like, you know, my wife was laughing at me in the faces I was making. It wasn't painful or uncomfortable. It was just awkward. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So there you go. That's a prostate joke for you. But it's real life. You know what I'm saying? This is real talk. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
I went to the doctor's for a prostate exam. The doc told me to pull him down and bend over. Then I felt his finger crawl up my butt.
Yeah, that's what that is the nature of a prostate exam. That is what happens. But yeah, like I said, you can always tell that to me in Discord, just to make sure that it's all well and good. Doesn't sound like it's too bad.
Felt both of his hand on my shoulders.
Oh well, now you're going. Now see. All right, stop yourself. Stop yourself. It's starting to get a little bit more graphic. To the point. But I get it. Yeah, just tell me the rest of that joke in Discord so I can screen it, and maybe we can come out with a little cleaner version of it. We just roll with my
punchline face with tears of joy.
We'll go with my real life story of things. Can be funny enough. But yeah, those doctors that give those exams, man.
I'm having the bear joke memory again.
Finger size can make a difference on that circumstance. You know what I'm saying? You get some burly dude or some woman with some big hands. Or like I said, in my situation, there was this woman with some short, stubby fingers that were a little girthy. So it's like, okay, I know you got to get to where you got to get to, but I'm starting to feel them knuckles pressing up against the back of my hands. Just like, slow down. But yeah, like I said, it was all good though. I mean, like I said, my wife was there in the room laughing. Like I said, it's all in the humor of it all. Wait a minute, where am I going? I think I'm going the wrong way. Don't we have to find? Oh, we gotta find a hidden chest. Oh shit. Okay. I think it was a chest. That's not the chest, but there's some goodies up here in case we want to get them. Another chest over here. But yeah, I mean, like I said, life is what it is. It's good when we can laugh about various different things along the way of it, and not take it too far. Because oftentimes the humor of things can bring a degree of levity that is much appreciated to the seriousness of many things that would sometimes often make you cry. And so it's better to laugh at things rather than to boo-hoo if you can. Oh shit. That missed. There we go.
This place is mine! It only exists because of me! That means I get to keep it!
Root! Yeah, this skin is beautiful. I'm so glad they came out with this skin.
How will I reassemble your pieces?
Bear with me.
Bear with you? Alright.
She's cheating!
Fiddler bear.
That was a done deal.
Oh, she's
GG's.
vanished for now. But she'll climb back up the water spout again.
GG there, fellow Tino. Alright. In and out in time for cornflakes. But yeah, next broadcast I'll put up maybe like a a super chat, see what's up, and see if anybody wants to tell you my version of one of the funnier versions of the Aristocrats jokes. But it was a movie called The Aristocrats where, like I said, the Aristocrat joke is a comedian joke. And it can there's all kinds of like wild versions to it.
I need cereal bowl with spoon.
I need cereal. Right. Yeah, well, you know, when you say getting back in time for cornflakes, it's the, you know, how cereal can get soggy in the milk. So, you know, if you get back to the table for some cornflakes for it gets soggy in milk, then that was a quick situation.
No, you need protection.
Protection for what? What you talking about, Willis? All right, let's see what we got to turn into the community goal with these Dominus Thrax auras here. What do we get? Oh, we got 63 of them. How about that? Okay.
Protection.
Protection from what? Wait a minute.
I mean protein.
The Dominus Aureus is the sacred symbol of my dominion.
Protein. Okay.
I need them back.
Why does this keep
Every
acting
last
like...
one.
Why can't it... Won't let me buy more than one at a time? What's up with that? Oh, maybe I don't have enough. Hold on. I need 22.
Speech.
Right? I need 22 of them. Okay, so I have all these things. And like I said, even if you have whatever it is, you can, like the blueprint, I know I can sell that back to the game for credits. So I'll get this. And then, what do I have? 10 left. So, like I said, just to add as many as I can to the community goal, I'll go ahead and get one of these prominent wisps. Alright. So we got one left over, but that'll be added to the mix. I'll go ahead and max out the purchase limits on these here too. And, yeah. And so that's what's up. But again, it's been awesome how everyone tuned in and the way that they did in this sort of more spontaneous broadcast, because I just messed up my time, my day for getting some keys.
My voice impressions in Wadidja.
Yeah, that would be cool. Well, hopefully, like, remember we were talking about having the PlayStation app, mobile app. If you have the PlayStation mobile app, you can always jump in on a party chat that I can form. And you can hit us up with some of the good impersonations, what have you. So yeah, we're at 43.1. So just within this time, we've gone up a little bit on a percentage, which is great. You know, so it looks strong to get that 60%. And remember, look at this last sentence, which is easy to overlook because if you're not reading every line of this, Invictus Cygnus will be unlocked as the community returns stolen auras.
Tears of joy.
Right, exactly. Now, yeah, Invictus Cygnus will be unlocked as the community returns stolen auras to Thrax. So you have to exchange them, you have to return them. Thrax actually mentions that when he's jibber jabbering at you at the shop, if you're listening. And Rebecca Ford, she made a very brief comment about it during the dev short. But yeah, it's like, I think a lot of people are missing the point of what is needed beyond just collecting them will earn you the progress towards the clan trophy. Like, we got the gold trophy early, you know. But again, this progress element, you have to turn in the Dominus Thrax auras in order to make that happen. So again, it's super cool how we got a lot of folks that came through on this spontaneous broadcast. I did post it, notice about it like 20 minutes beforehand, so I do try to give a notice as best I can, generally about like a half hour to our...
Check Discord for my pick. Let me know if my PFP is similar representation.
Okay, wait a minute.
Rebecca's husband. Why couldn't I be born a few years earlier?
Right? I mean, Rebecca's an interesting woman, man. I don't know if she does the marriage thing. She might. Hang on there, Gemma. I think I can pop over to Discord here for a momento. And you said you... Oh! Yeah! That's what's up. Oh, snap. You play the guitar? Oh, snap. Yes.
Rebecca is very pretty.
Yes, she is. A beautiful person inside and out, I think.
Rebecca is married, yeah.
Oh, she is. Okay, cool. Well, congrats to her. All right, cool. Like I said, no worries one way or the other on all that, but that's good for her. I'm glad she found someone for her life. That's wonderful. But yes, your pick is like spot on representation of yourself. That is mad cool. And you play guitar. Oh man, I had a good friend of mine, I still do, who's a musician who taught me a few chords. But yeah, big fan of playing the guitar. I think it's a lovely instrument. A lot of beauty that can be had with that.
Drums.
Oh, and drums. Okay, bet. Yeah, that's awesome. I dance. I mean, I love to dance. Did pretty well with it. Matter of fact, I almost got a scholarship. Well, I actually was offered a scholarship
resembles your PFP Gemma.
To a modern day
Flute and cello.
modern dance studio. But yeah, I don't play any instruments, so flute and cello. So you're multifaceted with the whole musical thing. That's beautiful. Like I said, it's a lot of. It's wonderful how we can relay ourselves and translate what our qualities of being human.
Guitar, gonna start this year. Folded hands, medium light skin tone.
Oh, awesome now. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that would be a nice tribute, bro. No doubt. Honor that. That would be lovely. Like I said, it's a great thing. Just the manner of the way things went, and I think being satisfied with enjoying others and what they do with their music and musical talents. I enjoyed my element of expression through dance. I can dance to anything. I mean, people claim that I'm a good dancer, and whether it's free form dancing and what have you, I can do elements of choreograph because, like I said, the modern day dance school offered me a scholarship because I took a class of it in college, and the instructor was like, "Oh, you would be great." Oh, blah 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 blah. Your height, your grace, da da da. And I was like, that's interesting, but didn't pursue it, and I was honored that she offered it. But again, like I said, when people express themselves in these different ways through music, song, dance, I can't really sing.
I have 2 left feet.
Right. So, you get to express yourself in that way. And someone like me can dance to the music, and someone like you can give the music.
Washington face with tears of joy, fire Moai.
Right. Right. And we need a third person because I can't really sing. I don't know. Maybe you can hold a tune too in lyrics, but I give it effort. I sing with the whole body. You know what I'm saying? Breathe from the diaphragm. There's elements of whole body breathing because I've taken martial arts too, and there's things within martial arts that translate to other things. But the bottom line is it's actually a thing of being human. It's just that a lot of times we split up these things about proper structure, proper breathing, and different artistries. So singing might give you an element of how to breathe a certain way.
You'll get Niall to sing beaming face with smiling eyes.
Right on. And then others will give you aspects of breathing a different way through running, through martial arts or whatever. But if you get the fundamental straight line through it all, you want to breathe with your whole body.
Tears of joy.
From, they call it the PC or the Kegel, up through your lungs and your chest. You do that when you're running, singing, dancing, working out. They use that also too in waking in, deep meditative state. But bottom line is, if you breathe properly, you can sing a little better too. So I do try to sing as best I can. But definitely, it's like I said, expressing ourselves in the way of ourselves as human beings and sharing that with others, I think is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. But yeah, when it comes to dancing, though, I say my limitation is line dancing. I can line dance, like country line dance. I can country line dance, but like the what is it? The what's that thing called? The electric slide. You can do it. It's electric. Boogie wiggle. That, like, I would get confused as fuck. I can do a little shuffle.
At controlling my vocal muscles.
Awesome. That's great. That's great. Well, like I said, breathe with your whole body when you're doing it too, so that way you don't strain your vocal cords. But yeah, it's a whole body thing if you really want to get all the way into it. But yeah, like I can do a little shuffle, what have you. But I'm a freeform dancer for sure. I can mix and blend. I can salsa, merengue, tango, a little bit of ballroom dancing. But like when it comes to like that electric slide, like all the steps in it, I have to be watching somebody the whole time and then I'll get it. But then you get people wanting to do some old funky extra stuff and double dutch and twists and spins all in the middle of the shit. I'd be confused, the motherfucker. I'd be like, what? Whoa, slow down. But you have people on the other end that can do these line dances and these, choreographed dances, but then you put them in a free-form situation, go, just dance, and they be falling all over the place. They wouldn't know what to do. But I can blend and meld with another dance partner. I can dance with 2-3 different people at the same time and find myself. But like the greatest expression I had was what they call house dancing, like into house music or any type of music. But housing is where you freeform express yourself to the music, to the beat, to the rhythm, to the lyrics if there's some, and you blend and mold through the situation. But yeah, I know how to tango. It's a good one. I know the basic steps to it, but there's something like bachata, for example, right? That one through
dancing
with the steps. Yeah, I did a little break dancing back in the day with some cardboard on the street. Yeah, I did that too for a little bit, for sure. That's a lot like housing, where you're free form dancing in the way of it. But yeah, I like me some bachata because that's real simple. It's just all more on the sway and that. Yeah, so yeah, I love dancing without a doubt.
That's
and
amazing.
like I said, it's amazing about you as well, and you're sharing your musical talent with us, or the example of it through the photos, and that is mad cool. But you look great. I'm sure you got to enjoy Flair in the game, and the excuse me. I hope I muted that. I was trying to mute that before I coughed so loud in the mic. My throat's a little dry. I need some water, some juice. But I know I would think that you're super stoked about the Flair emote with the guitar. Do you have this emote for Flair? Do you have that emote, Gemma?
I'm getting the band equipment.
Okay, excellent. As far as at home, but I was saying, do you have the that Flair emote with the guitar to enjoy in game?
I don't have that emote.
What?
I need the roar emote.
What? Yeah, the roar emote, I believe, comes in Nightwave, if I'm not mistaken. Similar to how you can get the
Not yet, huh?
What do you call it? Where is it? There's a wolf, a salute. Yes. Oops, that wasn't it.
Perfect roar emote for Umbra.
Yes, exactly. Because me being Umbra main, Excalibur main, without a doubt. So yeah, you have this wolf salute too, which is mad cool. So let me see something here for a second.
They should give you an option to buy the Gemini emotes without buying the Proto frames themselves.
Yeah, they could. They could. I don't think that they will. But yeah, so this is where you get the Gemini emote here.
She had a pretty good roast the other night. Haha, Gemma's skull face with tears of joy. Rose's screeches bit more high-pitched face with tears of joy. Oops.
But yeah, before I go, we're gonna just to say a thank you for all of what Gemma has done. Her in-game name is Shannara Troy. We're going to gift her the Flare emote, which will allow her to enjoy the electric guitar and get to role play that element in game and enjoy that aspect too. But thank you for all.
Freaking Gemma Fire.
Thank you for all. Yeah. Thank you for all. Thank you for all.
Oh
you
wow.
do.
Well, thank you.
And I always reference it as the YouTube channel, but I'll list it out. Of the Wadidja, because yes, it is my channel technically, but it's our channel too. Those who subscribe, those who help, participate in support of the channel, and in myself as well. And it's one thing that I've learned in business, like when you start doing things that involve other people, it's best to say we, because you're not doing it alone. Ain't nothing about it that you're doing alone. And in my opinion, to call it my or yours, in a general context. I mean, maybe in very limited circumstances, but I do look at it as our channel in that way. Now, grant you, I'm the one responsible for it. I'm the one uploading content. Yeah, I'm the one I in that regard. And
TW a request. Before you end it, can I see my Umbra for a sec? Loudly crying face, I miss it. On my profile face with tears of joy.
Yeah, can you link it? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I can pull it up. Hold on. But again, it's what we do, you know what I'm saying, together in regard to how we support it, how we contribute to it, that makes it happen, makes it grow. I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm the one ultimately responsible for it. If something goes down, I'm the one that's going to take the brunt or the heat for it. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, Gemma, check your inbox when you get a chance, and you should be able to have a nice flare skin, and you can use that emote with any of your Warframes and rock out anytime you want. And also too, when you go to Duviri, you can use the emotes as well when you go to Duviri and the Teshin's Cave, okay, as your drifter. And also
thank you, raising hands.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. But
medium dark skin tone raising hands.
You said, well, thank you so very much. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for all your support and your encouragement and advice. You've given advice to me, which has been lovely. But keep in mind that you can go to.
It's such a good Proto frame skin raising hands.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It is really nice. But you can go to Teshin's Cave in the Duviri scenes as well, the capturers, and you can use the Gemini emotes with your drifter at any point in time that you want. Or, huh? Did they change this? Yo, you used to be able to use them. Hold up. You used to be able to use them. Did they change that? What the fuck? Hold on. You should be able to use these emotes.
They fixed the dig.
What, Ali? Hey, Ali, good to see you in chat. Hey, yeah. Welcome, Feltino. Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Yo, that's fucked up because I got some really good footage about how to, enjoy the Gemini emote with your drifter. Because this is another way that you could access the point too. I don't think you necessarily have to be in a long story, but I'm going through it this way just to avoid other people. But doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Okay, so go to Lone Story, Gemma. Okay, do solo, and you can get to enjoy rocking out. Yeah, well, you know what? I could be mistaken because getting it confused with regular Duviri, but go to Teshin's Cave. In Teshin's Cave, as long as you're here, you can use the Gemini emote.
Oh wait, they didn't.
Right. So yeah, you can now grant you if you pay attention. Right, grant you pay attention that when you use the emote, the bone structure will shift slightly to look like the proto frame that you're using the emote for, but you can use any of them. Like I said, I did this role playing footage. Hey, Zeko Car, welcome. Good to see you in chat too. All right. So yeah, whenever you use the Gemini emotes, the bone structure of your drifter will change to look a little bit like the proto frame that it's using it from. But they've actually did a little bit of work on preventing it from looking as much like. Yeah, they did a little bit of work on that. Because like when I would used to do the Amir Volt, you would notice a lot of difference in the nose. You would see Amir's nose far more than what you do now. So like I said, Aoi's emote, you know, they can do them all, and they're mad cool. But if you notice, their facial expressions and everything will take.
I know what's up. I think you can only use the Gemini emotes on Drifter when you're in fighting mode, not in just walking mode eyes.
Well, put it this way, if you just come into the Duviri this way, you can use it. Like I said, but if you go into Duviri itself, I do not remember being able to do it here.
Can you emote the same Gemini emote twice at the same time?
Yeah, you can do it.
Lucinia indulged in it. To access.
Oh, okay, so you can do them inside Duviri as well. Okay, see, I've never really experimented.
Currently you're in fighting mode. You can use your weapons.
So yeah, while you're in Duviri itself, even still, beyond Teshin's Cave, you can use the emotes. So there you go. Do it. It's funny. Do it what? Do what? It funny. I'm not sure what you were referencing there, Ali. Currently, in fighting mode, you can use your weapons. Can you use the emote same time twice?
Emote the same Gemini emote twice.
What, with the drifter? Is that what you're asking me about? It doesn't matter whether I'm using the drifter or not.
With anything.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I'll go ahead and do this real quick and then head on out. And I'll put on author for this one here.
If
and
I may say, operator, your
do the
chosen Warframe suits you.
There. Yeah, you can't activate it, but it's so fast. So if you try to activate it while they're doing it, it doesn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? You got to actually.
You get a safe drive to the parents tonight.
Yes, thank you, Gemma. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be a 3-hour round trip. Yeah, Ali, I'm gonna try it one more time, but to be honest with you, I really don't have time to keep fucking with this like this. See, the music part queued, but it didn't actually go into the emote. That was queuing. That was doing it fast. It just went into the sound effect, but did not cue the emote. So,
slot 1.
Bro, I understand what you mean, but honestly, I'm not trying to be rude. You know what I'm saying? But I do need to go, so we can try. We can try to fuck with that another time. And to be honest with you, that is not a priority right now. Okay, like, so yeah, just do me a favor, respect that, and perhaps during another broadcast I can fuck around with that. But you got to realize, then I'm going to have to redo all of my emotes and reorganize them just to put them in slot number 1 to try to do some little gimmicky trick with the emotes.
Just funny for me.
Glad you got to enjoy that humor. Matter of fact, make a short about it. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Link it, and I'll help support and promote that thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I do what I can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're gonna have to try to do that one another time. So I'm going to go ahead and take it to the
Wadidja. Starstruck, Tweety, please.
Right. Hold on. Let's do this. I think I can find it a little faster this way. There we go. Profile. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and
find your Discord server if you have one.
Yeah, thought I posted it earlier in chat. I'll go ahead and post that again.
I miss you so much, loudly crying face fire.
So there's the discard thing again.
//discord.gg/discord.8qsqeqad.
But yeah,
nice.
this.
Welcome viewers.
I mean, welcomers. Thank you for viewing. Yeah, this does remind me of work when I used to work at nightclubs and manage nightclubs, do executive protection and security work at nightclubs. But yeah, especially when I used to manage nightclubs, this reminds me of that where, nightclubs closed.
Thank you for viewing.
It's time to go. And you got people strolling out the door. Let me get one last drink. Let me have this one last conversation. Oh, I'm just trying to pick them up. We be like, if you was going to be picking them up, you would have been did it. If that drink was something that you wanted, you would have been had it. So, let's go.
I missed my umbrella, loudly crying face fire.
And, you trying to close the doors of the club, get home, you know what I'm saying? It's like a half hour after the club done closed and people still straggling out the door. Right. It's like, you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. But no, like, I appreciate the love and the encouragement and the fact that you do enjoy me and your time with here, and we get to share these things together. So don't take it as any slight to that by any means. It's just that sincerely, I need to go take care of my son. And, gotta set those priorities, right? So take care, everyone. I will see you shortly. Probably be tomorrow evening. By the way, time is going to work out on things. But if I have a time to get on, I will. And I'll put a notice on the channel as well if I do.
Drive safe, Moai.
Thank you. Will do. Most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you all. All right. So take care and enjoy. And blessings again. And Gemma, mad props for coming on out to the Discord. Hey, tackling the Murmur and Duviri. You've had an adventurous week. So that's awesome that you've risen to the occasion of it. And thank you again for sharing. And do enjoy the Flare guitar emote. And thank you so much for all your support. All right, everyone. Thank you all too for your support, your time here, enjoying the channel. Watch hours, those likes, those shares, they all mean a lot, as I'm quite sure you know. So thank you again. Take care and enjoy.
Goodbye.
All right, Ali, take care.
Hunter.
Hey, now watch it. In Spanish, that might mean the wrong thing for some people now.
Face with tears of joy.